Greetings, Hive fans, and welcome to this morning's broadcast. This is the MSO Grand Prix 2023 Classic Hive, also known as Base Hive or Vanilla Hive. We've got this tournament this morning as an 8-round Swiss system tournament. The timing is 10 minutes per player. So I'll be here for a while this morning. And it's interesting, I should have looked at my notes from last year and realized that it's very difficult to broadcast 4 hours in a row. But I'm going to give it a shot this morning. The upcoming tournament Hive with all the expansions will be Friday, the 17th of February. That's next Friday, starting at 1900 GMT. That tournament, I definitely won't start at the very beginning. I'll join in midway through, just so that I don't have to spend 4 hours talking. And recently, you'll see that I've got a lot of Ricola cough drops. I've got this cough that's been nagging me for the last 3 weeks. I'll try to mute every time I think that I've got a cough coming up. So here we are. We're live this morning, and welcome. Let me get my YouTube channel open on my iPad here so I can see if anybody's there and making comments. Should be an exciting tournament. We've got 16 players registered right now. Of course, the Tournament High version will probably have quite a few more players. Most of the top players much prefer playing with all the expansions. The Pill Bug definitely adds a degree of difficulty and complexity that the top players really enjoy. But we should have a good tournament this morning. Let me see. I'm looking here for my YouTube channel. Make sure we've got it up and going. So I'll be watching to see if there's any chats on my YouTube channel. So I confirm that we're live at YouTube. We're also live at the Mind Sports Olympiad Facebook page. And we appreciate everybody joining here. We should be getting started very early, very soon. If you see me looking over this way, this is where my main screen is, which you'll be able to see here very shortly. Top players that are registered are Happy Kiwi, Frasco, Max Shark, and Kess777. So if we had to venture a guess, would say one of those four will probably end up on top. But with the Mind Sports Olympiad, because it's a multi-game competition, we get some of the absolute best game players in the world that may be new to Hive, and so may have a relatively low elo over at Board Game Arena, but may actually be excellent game players. So it will be interesting to see if any of the other players that are registered end up playing exceptionally well. You never know. That could very well happen. We got a little bit of... yeah, there we go. I think that's the lighting's a little bit better that way. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tournament page. As you can see, it is the MSO Grand Prix 2023. There are 16 players registered. Let me do a little refresh here just to bring it up to date. 15 players. I guess one player dropped out. We're starting here in 1 minute. We'll scroll down, and here are the players that are registered. So it should be very exciting. If you're not familiar with Hive, Hive is a 2-player abstract designed by John Yanni from Gen 42 Games. Over 20 years ago, in the year 2000, he first introduced the game. Described as chess without a board, hence the reason why the most popular Hive Facebook page is called Hive the Boardless Game. And over at Discord, it's also Hive the Boardless Game. Basic concept of Hive, you have different types of pieces. Each piece had its own unique movement. In Hive Base or Hive Classic that we're playing today, there are 5 different pieces. Queen, ant, beetle, grasshopper, and spider. Each has their own different kind of movement. And of course, the goal in Hive is to surround your opponent's queen. So it's a very interesting game. I love it. Been playing it for well over 10 years. Hence the reason why I wrote the book Play Hive Like a Champion and have this YouTube channel. Let me just do another refresh here real quick. And it should be beginning here any minute now. Well, it says started 1 minute ago, so let's scroll down and see what we've got. Yep, we've got some games scheduled already. So we're going to pick one here and follow it through to completion. We're not going to pick one of the top players, although Ratcatcher, I am familiar with him, one of the few players I've met in person at the Hive Live event in Minneapolis last year. Took me a little bit of time to get there. Eyeball with 2 1s from China against Ratcatcher. Chris from Minneapolis. So let's see what happens. And of course, one of the basic rules of Hive is that you cannot move pieces until you've played the queen. So both players played their queen fairly early. Now let's see what Eyeball does here with, will he place another bug or move the ant? With Classic Hive, it's very important to get defensive bugs set up. So he places his second grasshopper, very good defense here. Of course, this almost forces the black ant to move. Otherwise, the grasshopper can jump over and pin the black ant. For those of you not familiar with Hive, there are a couple basic rules. One is the one hive rule, which means that all the pieces have to stay interconnected in a single hive. Of course, it's called Hive, as you can see, because the pieces are hexagonal, and it looks very much like a beehive. So the one hive rule means everything must stay connected, so you cannot, for example, move this grasshopper. Grasshoppers jump over a line of bugs, landing in the first vacant space. So here we are in round 1. The timing is 10 minutes per player, so each game should last 20 minutes or less, 8 rounds, so I'll be here for a while. And there is awful lot going on in the Hive community. And I'm just going to turn up my volume here. Yep, just wanted to make sure I wasn't muted. Okay, Eyeball brought in the second ant. Now it'll be interesting to see if Chris places a defensive bug or elects to go on the offensive by placing an attacking bug. Many new players, when they first look at Hive, they say, well, it's just definitely white has an extreme advantage. Both players start attacking, white's going to win. Until you learn how to play defense, that's when you really take that next step up the ladder. So you notice Ratcatcher played a second grasshopper. Now when the white grasshopper jumped over, this is what Joe Schultz in his book, Canon of Hive Groundwork, refers to as a false pin. Notice if this spot gets filled, providing an alternative connection to the hive for the white grasshopper, the black grasshopper is free. Oh, my phone is ringing, so let me find my phone and do that to it. That was my work phone. I'm not working today on Saturday. So Ratcatcher plays the spider. Notice the spider is threatening to pin the ant. If the ant moves, the black spider can either cap off the ant so you can't use it as a spawn point for a white beetle, or attack 1, 2, 3. So on this broadcast, we're assuming that some of the people that are watching are new to Hive, so we're going to talk about some of the basic rules. Placement: you can only place a bug on ground level. It must be only adjacent to your own bug. It cannot be adjacent to an enemy bug. So for example, black could place a bug here, or here, but could not place a bug here. So white cannot place a second defensive bug in this position. And of course, with the MSO Grand Prix, there's a whole slew of games being played. We'll take a quick look at the schedule. Some of them have already been played. There's throughout many games being played with competition in all the different categories. Okay, the first white beetle comes in play. Of course, the beetle has the ability of climbing atop the hive, so the beetle can, if the beetle moves to here, it forms a ring, and it would free the black grasshopper. And one interesting tactic here for black would be, okay, that's interesting. The black spider here, threatening to pin the white ant, which would also bidirectionally, which already is, the white grasshopper is bidirectionally pinned. So it's not currently a good defensive bug. If the white ant does anything other than pin the black spider, then the black spider attacks to here. So white continues on with his attacking with the beetle, and sure enough, the black spider pins the white ant. It's very interesting that 3 of the 6 ants are still in reserve. Ratcatcher has 2 ants. Eyeball has 1 ant. Ratcatcher has done a good job here of setting up the position so that if this spot gets filled, it would either free the queen to move or free the grasshopper to jump. If this spot gets filled, we've got a hello from Gerard Baker. So let me say hello. Okay, good. That showed up on that came from my YouTube channel, so that's very good. Thanks, Gerard, for joining us today. So the second beetle comes in, and black plays the second ant. Of course, now black wants to leave this spot, and another term that Joe Schultz in the book Canon of Hive Groundwork coined are kill spots. Kill spots are the spots around the queen, and then kill shot is the final shot that fills the final move that fills the last kill spot and takes the victory. So ideally, black would want to leave this kill spot available so that one of the grasshoppers can jump in to take the kill shot. Okay, he goes ahead and attacks. Now, another basic rule of Hive is the freedom to move rule. So if you notice this spot, these bugs slide around, move around on the ground level because this space right here is smaller than the width of a tile. This ant, for example, cannot get into that spot. It's protected by what we refer to as a gate. The black grasshopper comes in with an angle of attack to that spot. So now if the black grasshopper jumps in, takes the setup shot, then black would be looking to get a bug with an angle of attack to this spot. Of course, when this spot gets filled, that grasshopper would have an angle of attack. White does not have a bug currently that can attack. Now, if the white ant comes to here, I'm sorry, the black ant comes to here, the white grasshopper has an angle of attack to take the kill shot. So white will need to bring in a defending ant. And notice this pin on this bidirectional pin on the grasshopper is key in this position, because if the ant and spider were not here, when that grasshopper jumped in, this grasshopper would be free. But with the bidirectional pin, the grasshopper is not free when it jumps in here. Now, what will be interesting is this is a typical example, a very good example of white having the opportunity to pre-swamp this grasshopper. If white places a bug here, which it can do because this bug is now, if white had placed that bug here, then the grasshopper would be free if either one of these spots are filled. Let's see, we're looking at timing. Ratcatcher has 2 minutes. Eyeball has a little bit less than 3. So Black Grasshopper takes a setup shot. Now the ant is threatening to take the kill shot. So the only way that white can defend in two methods actually. Can bring the ant to here, set up a block so that the ant no longer has an angle of attack, or pin the ant, elected to pin the ant. It's going to go right down to the minute. White has where you wish you had another grasshopper. So black is threatening 1, 2 to win. The white still has the ability of placing the pre-swamping the grasshopper here. Running down right to the very wire here. Minute 45 and counting for eyeball, minute 21 for ratcatcher. Now ratcatcher should be able to win no problem, because if white fills this kill spot, the grasshopper takes the kill shot. If white fills this kill spot, there's no white bug available to take the kill shot here. So the ratcatcher should be able to just go up and over with his beetle. And then black takes the kill shot. So congratulations to Chris. Ratcatcher won the first round. So let's go back and let's see how things are going in the round. Kess beat Mankalash, Frasco beat Dealo, and Max Shark beat A. Shantik. We still have 2 games in progress, Happy Kiwi and Tammy 361. Let's step into that one and see if we can see what's going on. This one's getting all spread out, so Tammy is minus 240. Oh, and just got shut out. What happened here is Tammy no longer has the ability to move. All the bugs are pinned, and so Happy Kiwi was able to deliver that. Congratulations to Happy Kiwi. Top-rated player in the tournament. So one game left, which it should be ending very shortly. So we'll see what we can do here. Looks like Mega Mal might win this one on time. And now white is shut out. Again, a shutout is when you cannot move or place. Of course, neither side has any bugs in reserve. And if you notice, all the white bugs are either pinned or blocked. See, now that allows the black spider to come to a kill spot. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Yep. This is going to go down as a time victory for Mega Mal, more than likely. Because black does not have the bug. Oh, see, now the black spider can take 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Now the black spider can jump into there. Yep. The black spider, 1, 2, 3, and could, but now the white ant will just come out and pin it. Oh, nope, didn't do that. Now, if you notice, I keep record of how often I've played players. Mega Mal, I've played once, 1-0, gained 4 ELO points. Steph, 92140. I've played 2 games of regular Hive and 1 game with Pillbug, Ladybug, and Mosquito. Gained 1 ELO point. So round 1 is over. So let's take a quick look at standings. As we kind of can expect, the top players, Happy Kiwi, Frasco, Kess777, and Max Shark all ended up winning. Of course, BGA has their own in-house method for rating people. Ratcatcher, no doubt, is top because of the rating of the person that he beat. So let's go to round 2. Interesting. Happy Kiwi and Max Shark have paired up in game 3. Mega Mal and Kess777 in game 4. So let's go take a look at that one. One round down, 7 to go. In my book, Play Hive Like a Champion, I coined some terms describing the initial queen formations. And this is commonly referred to as a Z queen formation. Notice how this looks very little bit like the letter Z. The queen's on opposite side. This line, imaginary line across here is the starting axis, and then the queens are on opposite sides of the starting axis. So Kes 777, that's Eugen from Ukraine. He's there's a lot going on in the Hive world, and one of the things is the Fair Play Team Championship. So Kes 777 is on the Borscht team, which is a group of Russian-speaking players from various countries. Okay, Mega Mal pins the white grasshopper. And as quite often the top players, they're initially going to be spending some time bringing the heavy artillery in. The ants, of course, are the most mobile bugs, the most valuable bugs. In an open situation like this, as the board gets more closed, however, and spots get blocked by gates, then grasshoppers and beetles become very important because they can get into those interior spaces. Okay, Mega Mal elected to go ahead and attack. So the question is going to be, will Kes attack with the ant, blocking it out so that black cannot get a second defender in? Can do that in multiple ways. He can either directly attack or bidirectionally pin the grasshopper. And as I mentioned, there's a lot going on in the Hive world. The 2023 Hive Online World Championship will be played later in the year. There is a qualifying tournament currently going on at Board Game Arena. And then the last opportunity to qualify is the Board Space Open, which should begin probably in April. The final 12 spots, the highest 12 ranking players in the Board Space Open will qualify for the World Championship. But the most interesting new tournament that has been set up, there's an extremely active Hive community in Hungary, and the Hungarian Hive Club. And they have set up the Hive Lady Cup 2023, a women's only event, which is very interesting. Maybe I need to talk to them about setting up a senior event for us old geezers like me. So white brought a beetle in. The beetle is going up atop the hive unless the black ant pins it. If the black ant pins it, the white grasshopper jumps into a kill spot, also removes this. Magical Steve joined. Hello, that would be cool. Yeah. Okay, the black spider did two things by doing this. One is it stopped white from getting another defending bug here, but it also pinned the white ant. Now white will probably pin the spider, which bidirectionally pins the grasshopper. That is interesting. It stops that spot as a spawn point, but does allow the spider to be free if and when white attacks that spot. In Hive, with limited resources, you only have in Classic Hive 11 pieces on each side. There's always a balance. There are 3 keys to Hive. That's mobility, strength, and tempo. And so sometimes you will sacrifice one of those to gain in another position. So for example, black brought in an ant, white could sacrifice a tempo by pinning the black ant, reducing black's strength. But rather than doing that, the white beetle immediately climbed atop the hive. So white is threatening to move to cover the black queen. And when white covers the black queen, notice by rule, you can drop a spot. Let's see, I'm getting comments here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hypotoxic laser. Maybe he's being sarcastic. I don't know. So I'll have to add some excitement. So by moving forward with the white beetle, now we have 2 direct drop spots. You can place a bug in a position that's not adjacent to any of your opponent's bugs. And notice the white beetle comes in. This is called a pin-proof spawn point. That white beetle cannot be pinned. So, well, now white's going to probably drop another bug there. Okay. Dreyfusan says, Randy, if you're playing black, what is your main advice for gaining tempo? The, the, I always recommend that you set up a good defensive position, meaning 2 good defenders adjacent to your queen. In this game, neither player did that, but white didn't have to because they began attacking, and now there's not much that black can do here. The black ant can come in here, forming this ring, blocking the white ant from moving in, because right now the white ant is threatening to move into there. Of course, what black could also do here is black. Well, I was going to say black could, by moving the beetle to there, would pre-swamp the grasshopper. Now white is threatening to do a direct drop here, and then the 2 beetles. See, now white is threatening with the beetle here and the beetle there. The black beetle should have moved to there instead of climbing up, pre-swamping the grasshopper. But there's not really much black can do here, because if black moves to there, pre-swamping the grasshopper, the white beetle covers the grasshopper. Black has to cover the beetle, and then the last white grasshopper comes in here. Oh, forms another ring. Interesting. Yes, hypotoxic lager asked the question, so what would you say would be good defenders, like grasshopper and ladybug? Let me get over here so I can type in here. So good defenders are in Classic Hive, the grasshopper and the beetle. If you're playing with the expansions, the mosquito and ladybug. So Mega Mal is putting up a defense. Dreyfus Sands asks, I play most of my games on BGA turn-based. I should give more real-time a go. You think the real-time games tend to have more errors due to the sharper time limits to consider moves? And the quick answer to that is yes. Watch some rapid games. It can be very exciting to have mistakes. And I think that's one of the things that makes a rapid game even more interesting. See, black is putting up a defense, pre-swamping that grasshopper. Now if white has to cover the grasshopper, then yeah, it's over. Oh, that's interesting. Why does he do that? Maybe he just... Oops, that was a mistake on the part of Kess. While I'm answering comments, the game has all of a sudden turned very exciting. Mega Mal's down to 1:45, Kess at little over 4, but the black queen is threatening to escape. So, oh, see, black needed to bring in an ant. Although, see, this is very interesting because white needs, and this is, well, oh, thank you, Hypotoxic Lasers. I bought your book and it talks like, well, oh. The answer to that is no. So this is one of the skills that Hive players have to have, and that's bug counting. So white needs 4 bugs. He has the 2 ants. The sad thing is if white pins the black ant, then the black spider can pin the white ant, and white loses an attacker. So white needs 1, 2, 3, 4 bugs. He's got the 2 beetles, the grasshopper in reserve. Mega Mal is putting up a fight. But that was probably the losing move for Mega Mal because now the white grass. Oh, interesting. Why did he do that? White grasshopper. Oh, interesting. White needs to keep the black queen in play. Stuck in. The only way that white can keep the black queen in its spot frees up the black ant. I think he's going to have to do it. Let's see, timing. Kess is at 155 and counting. Mega Mal's at 48. Yep, he didn't have a choice but doing that. Now black has to pin the white ant. Although this black grasshopper can jump out. Mega Mal is putting up a fight. I don't think white's going to have the bugs in order to win. So the grasshopper has an angle of attack to take the kill shot, but this black grasshopper just jumps out. I don't know why, but at Board Game Arena, my usually it used to, when I hovered over a piece, it would show me what's underneath it. So what's underneath that? That is probably a white ant. So if the white beetle's going 1, 2, 3. If the black ant moves, then the white ant underneath it takes the kill shot. Mega Mouse putting up a fight. Why the white beetle's going to have to cover the black beetle. So, okay, this is very, very interesting because black might be, back when we were talking about strength, tempo, and mobility, black might be a tempo ahead here. White had to do that because black was a tempo ahead. If black attacked, the black beetle would take the kill shot. Well, this is very interesting. It looks okay. The white grasshopper jumps out. They're both at negative time. It But black is a tempo ahead. He attacks, and white has to cover the beetle. Otherwise, the beetle takes the kill shot. Now, this shows a very interesting situation. This spider. Oh, interesting. And it's going to there. Congratulations, Mega Mal. I had completely forgotten about the grasshopper sitting out here, covered by the beetle. Wow. You hate to see a game like that end on time. I don't like the Board Game Arena timing mechanisms in tournaments, but that's the way it works. So Kess won on time because he had minus 26 seconds where Mega Mal had minus 106. So, wow, that was a tough one. Yes, Dreyfus Sands, that was a very tight one. Wow, exciting. So 2 rounds in, Frasco and Kes 777 are both sitting at 2 points. They're atop the leaderboard. They'll be up against one another. Happy Kiwi, Rat Catcher, Max Shark, and Mayho Wrath at 1.5 points. So I would love to watch Frasco and Kes 777. They're 2 top players in the world, but I'm going to look at Mayho Wrath, a new player. I don't think I've ever heard of this person before. We're into round 3. So now, if it were me in this situation, I would take my ant and place it here, placing a true pin on the black ant, filling this good defensive spot with a black ant. Yep. That's the danger of putting an ant for black and putting an ant in that spot. That last game was extremely exciting, wasn't it? Happy Kiwi's a well-known Hive player with a name like Happy Kiwi. You think he might be from down under, but he's not. He's from Sweden. Patrick Berggren. Now the black spider is threatening to take this kill spot away from white. So if I were white, I would put a defensive bug here. And so to ask the question, what's a good defensive bug? In classic Hive, it would be either a beetle or a grasshopper. But he didn't. He's playing for the attack because if the black spider attacks, then white grasshopper jumps in and takes this kill spot. If the black spider doesn't move, then white grasshopper places a true pin on the black spider. I've never come up with a name for this. It's a type of gambit, a term used in chess, because you are offering the white queen to move out and pin the black spider, but white is sacrificing a tempo and moving away from the defender. So very rarely is it a good idea to do that. Yep. The white grasshopper goes ahead and attacks, filling a kill spot. And so white will now begin piling up the attackers. Hypotoxic Bear asked about expansion bugs. The two that I always liked were what I call the Scorpion, which has the ability of stinging another piece and immobilizing it. And the praying mantis, which has the ability of picking up a piece and flying off with it and leaving the hive. I like those two concepts because they could be used both offensively and defensively. But the probability of John Yanni developing any expansion pieces, he's already said he wants to keep it just like it is. He would like to think, and which I think he's correct in a lot of ways, that Hive is becoming a classic game and doesn't need any more expansions. Most of the top players agree that just adding the mosquito and the ladybug drastically increases White's probability of winning, and the pill bug was an extremely good balance to that. Although there has been some discussion recently about the White's first turn advantage, which seems to be reasonably strong, but I still don't think it's as strong as it was back before the pill bug. When I won my world championship in 2011, that was the first year with the ladybug, and in those games, typically the winner of a match was the first person to either win or draw playing black. Now, see, this is White just needs to ignore that black spider, and if the white ant comes to here, and you're always looking at how can I bring in new bugs with angles of attack. So, for example, if a white spider were to spawn here, it could go 1, 2, 3 and attack there. If it spawns here, it could go 1, 2, 3 and attack there. Okay, so that's what he elected to do. Because if the spider goes to here, the ant goes to here, this ant is threatening the kill spot, threatening the kill shot. This is a situation where a new player is not thinking anything about defense. Now the ant attacks. The white ant is threatening to take the kill spot, take the kill shot. Now black can go 1, 2, 3 and place the block with the spider, but then the white grasshopper comes in here. White grasshopper comes in here. Black has to pin it, and the white beetle goes up and over. You never want to lose a game with ants in reserve. That is definitely a big no-no from my standpoint. And happy Kiwi wins. Congratulations, Patrick. So let's go back and take a look to see how other other games in this third round are going. Okay, Happy Kiwi won. Okay, Frasco and Kess 777. Let's go ahead and go see how that one's going. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not seeing my. Okay. Tryphosan says, I agree that bugs should now be set in tournaments. Black wins should perhaps be weighted a little like away goals in certain soccer tournaments. Okay. Interesting. Notice how the black ant placed the block, forming a gate to protect this spot. Let's look at time. Cass 777's at a little over 3. Frasco's at slightly under 5. And if you notice right over here, it tells you who's watching. Ordep Kubek, that's Pedro. He has a YouTube channel under the name Ordep Kubek, where he also does Hive reviews and Hive commentary in Spanish. Now let's. Kess could bring a grasshopper to here. It's going to take a re-indexing in order to win this one for white. Because pretend for a minute that black is not playing any defense other than escaping with this grasshopper here. White grasshopper here, black grasshopper jumps out, white grasshopper attacks. White doesn't have a bug that can take the kill shot here, but this grasshopper can re-index to there, allowing the white ant to move in. Let's see, what did black do? Black ant 2. Okay, yep. Now, see, this is one of the problems with the beetle. When time is not of the essence, beetles can be placed almost anywhere. But notice how long it takes this beetle to get into position. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It'll be interesting to see here because how does black get a bug in play? Black may want to move this beetle to here. Nope, he takes the black spider, which is an ambiguous spider because it's threatening to do two things. One is it's threatening to take the setup shot here. Secondly, it's threatening to pin the white beetle. Now black is threatened. Okay, the white grasshopper has to jump out. The white queen is threatening to escape. That is probably an ant underneath there. Cass is at minus 14 already, minus 14 seconds. So now white can win in 3 with 1, 2, 3. There was a direct drop threat there. And a direct drop threat there. So everybody is playing defensively, playing for control. Frasco, who's playing in this game, also has a YouTube channel called Ad Abstra. He's a chess tutor, interestingly as well, but he plays a lot of abstract games, and he recently published a very good video. I need to put a link to it down below. Asking the question, "What kind of Hive player are you?" And playing for control is one of the types of players that he talks about. The problem here is black does not have a current bug that can have an angle of attack to that kill spot here. So again, white can still go 1, 2, 3. Interesting. I wonder if this is going to end up a draw, although with the time the way it is, at Cass at -1, Frasco's threatening to do a direct drop, which he's going to do right now. Now that black ant is going to place a block on this spot. The white grasshopper can't take the jump into here because then black wins. Oh no, not if the black ant moves away. Yeah, very interesting. No, hold on. I'm probably more of a control player, but I'm trying to become more of a chaotic player. I think I need a cough drop. So Frasco here is playing for a draw, except he may win by on time. Because the threat is the ant comes to here, and then there's two white bugs that have angles of attack to take the kill shot. If the black beetle goes to here, oh, there's some discussion here, interestingly. Seems I won. Not sure. Cass says, but you can cheat by time. And actually, your time went down a while ago. It's not cheating. I can also can drop you, but don't do that. If it runs out, Frasco is going to win. Yep. Now the grasshopper jumps to here. Yep. Although the black beetle can go to there, the white beetle should have gone up atop the black beetle. Never have like, yep. Yeah, that ended up as a draw. Could very easily have gone on time either way, which you hate to do it that way, but these are two of the two top players in the tournament. So let's see what the standing is now. Scroll down. Nobody has a perfect score after 3 rounds. Happy Kiwi, Frasco, Kess 777, and Max Shark, which are the 4 highest rated players in the tournament, I believe. Let's scroll back up here and take a look. Yep, they're the 4 highest rated players in the tournament are each at 2.5. So Happy Kiwi and Frasco and Max Shark and Kess 777 are paired up against each other. 3 rounds down, 5 to go. It's going to be a long broadcast. But I have a whole pile of Ricola cough drops. So we'll go to Happy Kiwi versus Frasco. Notice how Frasco played 2 good defensive bugs. The question was asked, what are good defensive bugs? Beetle and Grasshopper are 2 good ones. Now, will Frasco choose a Z queen formation, placing it here, or a C queen formation, placing it here? A C. Some people think the C queen formations lead to more draws because there's a common kill spot right here. But I've always liked the C queen formation. That's probably my choice if I can. So the question for Happy Kiwi is going to be, does he almost has to move the ant, otherwise it gets pinned. Does the ant place the true pin on the grasshopper? Yes. Now Frasco has to bring a bug in his own kill spot. So here white could, if he wanted to, sacrifice a tempo and pin that black ant to the black queen. But most times that tempo sacrifice is not worth it. The white spider is threatening to attack the kill spot here. Now notice the defensive grasshopper, yes, it can be pinned by the spider, but then this spider pin on the grasshopper is not, it's a false pin, and that grasshopper will easily be available to jump out. The other thing the black grasshopper is threatening to do would be to jump across to here and free the black beetle. Happy Kiwi is controlling the exterior of the hive. The black queen is theoretically threatening to move away, but it's got good defenders, so it wouldn't want to leave this spot right yet. That is an interesting placement of that ant. You're somewhat inviting the white ant to pin it there. All right, I thought I muted. But the mute button only works when my cursor's over here on Restream. I think Happy Kiwi has to pin the black ant there. You don't you don't have that opportunity often. He didn't. Interesting. So if the black ant moves away, if it moves anywhere, now the white spider will attack. Well, to answer Danielle, my whole family got, even though we've been extremely careful for the last 3 years and fully vaccinated, my whole family ended up with COVID and we're really, really sick for about 10 days. But we're all better now, except we have these nagging coughs that just won't seem to go away. And my doctor a week and a half ago said, "You're not going to like the answer, but some people, this nagging cough lasts 6 months. So I hope it doesn't last that long." But thanks, Danielle. I appreciate your comment. So again, instead of attacking with the spider, Happy Kiwi brought in the third ant. So does Happy Kiwi play control by using the ant to pin the spider, or attack? Nope, he defends with the beetle. Now notice that beetle, the spider cannot pin the beetle. So Frasco attacks with the spider. And this is where yeah, I hope so too. I hope the cough goes away soon. This is where the C queen formations get very interesting, because whoever makes this ring, it's not a good thing, because typically speaking, whoever makes the ring is going to free an opposing bug. Happy Kiwi has to, by doing that. Now, if black makes the ring, the white queen would be free. But yeah, no, he's playing control by going out there. Now the white beetle can move forward and cover the black beetle. Now, if white attacks and makes the ring, black does not have a bug that can be free. But if white attacks and makes the ring, the black spider. So this is the punch counter punch going on here in these types of games. So even though this is classic Hive with no expansions, it can still be very exciting. Possible pre-swamp on the grasshopper. Time is not an issue right now, so now what's white threatening to do here is jump out to here with the grasshopper, freeing the white queen, which the white queen then could be used to attack. So let's see what. And black doesn't have an easy way to get a bug. Oh, let's see. Brought in the last ant. Releases the grasshopper here. Threatens to release the grasshopper here. So if white attacks, black jumps out to here. Oh no, black can't jump out to there because the white grasshopper would jump in. Interesting. This is leaning toward Happy Kiwi because if the white, with no defense, the white queen goes to here. The black grasshopper has to jump out. Doesn't have to, in theory. No, no, the black ants, neither black ant is available. So, yeah, see, this is interesting. Now, let's see if the white queen attacks, black has 2 kill spots. Okay, the white grasshopper can attack. Yep, this is very interesting because black does not have a method to get to both of those spots. He can get to one, but not the other. And if he looks to place a block, then he would have to place a block with this one because if this white ant moves, that frees up that grasshopper. Yep. Leaning toward Happy Kiwi on this one. Oh, he's pre-swamping the grasshopper. Interesting. Now he's threatening again to move into here. Placing the beetle forms a gate here. Okay. Happy Kiwi's at 140, Frasco's at 115 and counting. This is the key spot for Frasco because that's the spot that's not a shared kill spot. Black does not have an easy way to get an angle of attack to there. So is there any way that he can get a Still, that's the key spot there for Black, and he doesn't have a way to get an angle of attack to there. And the White Queen is escaping. So I think it's long as Happy Kiwi doesn't lose on time. Frasco's is shut out. A good example of how to use a shutout. Congratulations to Happy Kiwi. So he climbs to the top of the leaderboard. Max Shark beat Kess 777. So Happy Kiwi and Max Shark are both at the top, and they have already played, so they're not going to play again. Tammy 361 and Mega Mal have climbed up into third and fourth place. Frasco and Kess 777. So let's see, have they all in 4 rounds? Let's see, Happy Kiwi. Happy Kiwi has played Tammy 361, Max Shark, Mehorath, and Frasco. I won't try to predict who's going to get matched up in the next round. That's just going to be, I'll leave it up to BGA. There are some issues with BGA tournament play. we wish they would take care of, but doesn't look like they're going to. Timing is one of them. Over at BoardSpace, Dave Dyer, the administrator at BoardSpace, has been extremely responsive to the community. Recently changed it so that if your time goes negative, then as soon as it becomes your opponent's turn, then they have the option of ending the game or extending your time. Here at Board Game Arena, when your time goes negative, even if the opponent calls you on it, then you have 30 seconds to respond. So you could stay negative for quite a while. Mehorath and Copier is the only game left in progress, so let's go take a look at it. So I'm guessing the Black Queen is under there. So Copier's at a negative 2 minutes. So this and Black looks like they are winning. So given no problem with the time situation, Black should be able to win this. That might have been a mistake because now jumps over to there, frees a couple white ants. Okay, ran out of time. Mayoreth was going to probably win that one anyway. So 4 rounds complete. Let's see who gets paired up in round 5. Happy Kiwi and Mega Mao, Max Shark and Tammy 361, Mayorath and Kess, and Frasco with Eyeball. So let's take a look at Max Shark and Tammy 361. We're only halfway through. I'm holding up fairly well. So, although come next Friday, I probably will join the tournament in progress, not do all 8 rounds. So this is Max Shark playing white. That's Dmitry Maximenkov, one of the top players in the world. Tammy 361, not familiar with Tammy. So if I do a right click, open link in new tab, we go look at Tammy. From Germany, he's been playing since 2021. Let's take a look at, only played 41 games here of Hive. Does get an early true pin on the defending white grasshopper, but it is with a spider. Not quite as useful as an ant, but saves the ants for something else. So let's take a look here. Black elects to bring in an ant off the spider. White is almost forced to pin it, otherwise the black ant will pin one of the two white ants against the white queen. Now this is an interesting position here. One of the things that new players are always asking is, why does a player place the pin here rather than placing the pin there? And there's a couple different answers to that. One has to do with, well, the black queen advances, so now this white ant is going to almost have to pin the black beetle. And then another good example of how you can determine how you're going to place the pin. Placing the pin here in the elbow pin allows white to later on bring in a spider or grasshopper and move it to here, doing a pin replacement and ending up with an inline pin on the ant, freeing this ant. So Max Shark here will have the choice pinning the beetle with a true pin, leaving this spot as a spawn point, or pinning the beetle here with a false pin, removing this spot as a spawn point. So that's what the question you would ask yourself when placing this pin. And that's probably what Max is considering right now, his options. He places the true pin. If the black beetle comes in here, a white beetle can come in a defensive position. This is one of those situations where the black grasshopper comes in, threatening to attack the white queen, but the white queen has a couple good defenders, so white queen is not in danger right at the moment. White will probably bring in the third ant. It's interesting with only 16 players playing. I think it ended up dropping to 14. 8 rounds is way more than enough in a Swift System tournament. All the top players are going to probably end up playing round robins with one another. All the top 4 players will almost assuredly all get matched up at some point. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Okay, so the white queen just moves away from its defender. So now if I were black in this situation, I would definitely bring in an ant. Don't know that I would bring it in there. But I guess that's as good as any, because if either of the white ants pin it, it's releasing important black bugs. White grasshopper to there could set up two defenders, threatening also to pin the black grasshopper here. And even though the black queen is threatening to escape, white still has plenty of bugs in reserve and two mobile ants. So if the black queen escapes, you just leave a string of black bugs. And so, yep, that's what he did. White grasshopper here. Now, either way, if the black grasshopper attacks, then the white grasshopper could re-attack, counterattack. I would think that white is going to go ahead and attempt to do the pin replacement. Opening up another cough drop. Okay, so okay, interesting. He goes ahead and starts his attack. So, okay, he goes ahead and does the pin replacement. No doubt the black beetle is going to go ahead and climb up. Now, will white place a defending beetle? If the black beetle climbs up, covers the white queen, you've got two direct drop spots. The other way that white can stop that is by jumping out with the defending grasshopper here. I think I would do it with a beetle. Because these two grasshoppers are very well placed for attacking the black queen. Question was asked earlier about defending bugs and how do you do a defense? And one of the key things in defending is when you can take a defending bug and immediately attack with it. That is a shift of tempo and a shift of strength both your way. So, for example, as long as the two grasshoppers are here, This grasshopper is threatening to attack. And if the black queen is immobilized so that it can't escape, then if this spot is attacked, this grasshopper is threatening to switch from defense to offense. So another skill that good Hive players have is tempo counting. And last year we had a Hive Live event in Minneapolis and spent an afternoon with world champion Joe Schultz. And he did an excellent seminar on tempo counting. So if, for example, we count tempo here, it's white's turn. This is going to be the key spot here. So white could go 1, 2, 3, 4 with the ant. Totally totally unaffected by black. White would take a minimum of 4. Jump with the grasshopper, place a grasshopper, that's 2, jump in 3, ant 4. Obviously, if black pins the ant, then it would take 5. Now let's look at black's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. White's count currently is 1, 2, 3. So white if they both go totally onto the attack, white is 1 tempo ahead. Oh, but white doesn't have a grasshopper. Interesting. I wasn't paying attention to the fact that white did not have a grasshopper. White has used all 3 grasshoppers. So black's count is still 1, 2, 3. This is where 1 without a good example of reindexing. Notice the grasshopper comes in here. Now black is threatening to take the setup shot here and the kill shot with the beetle. So white could shift the ant to here, which would pre-swamp the grasshopper, forcing black to cover the grasshopper first. Or the white ant, because it can get through the door here, could come out to here, placing a block on this spot. That's when the grasshopper reindexes. So we might have an upset here, an upset in the making. Max Shark is down to 35 seconds and counting. Tammy 361 is still over 3 minutes. Another method of pre-swamping the grasshopper is by forming a ring. But black still covers the grasshopper. definitely some of the top players are just not used to playing Classic Hive. That's one of the interesting things about this specific tournament. I frankly like Classic Hive, and I think all new players should start with Classic Hive to build up some of the concepts, the concept of pins and blocks and fills, shutout, some of those concepts that are critical if you're going to learn how to play Hive, cover being one of them as well. So now if black attacks to either spot, the white grasshopper is free. But he's very, very timid. So Max is down to 3 seconds. Tammy's at 1:35, so as long as it doesn't go into what BGA considers overtime, Max has a chance. Tammy's playing very, very, very tentatively. So black needs to cover the grasshopper. Like this critical kill spot here, white does not have an easy method of getting anybody into that. The white beetles are going to take 2. Now, what was the purpose for that? Because if either one of the black ants attack into that spot, very good example of a newer player not realizing when it's time to go for the kill. Congratulations to Tammy 361, pulled an upset over Max Shark. Max Shark wrote good game with an exclamation point. So congratulations, Tammy 361 pulled an upset over Max Shark. Let's go back and see how other round 5 matches are going. Looks like that was the last one in round 5. So Happy Kiwis at the top at 4.5. Tammy has taken over second place with 4. Max Shark, Kess, and Frasco tied at 3.5. We've had a couple dropouts, so we're down to 12 players. Happy Kiwi and Kess 777, Frasco and Tammy 361. So we'll watch Frasco. Frasco's open with the Beetle. Again, both players play good defensive bugs. Now, will Tammy, and when it comes to opening queen formations, the person that plays the queen second is the one that gets to choose. So, for example, if Frasco plays his queen in elbow, as he does here, now white has the choice of playing for a C queen formation or playing for a Z queen formation, as just chose the Z queen formation. Now, will black bring in an ant? Nope, he brought in a defending grasshopper. Very typical situation here. Both players have two defenders. When the white grasshopper jumps out to here, this is a false pin on the black grasshopper. And typically an ant comes in there. And this is one of the situations when it comes to playing with ants. Sometimes you have to sacrifice one in order to get another one into play. So Frasco plays a grasshopper so that when the spider goes out, rather than the spider filling a kill spot, what happened is now the spider has a false pin on it, another good defender for black. And now Frasco has two ants. Tammy has yet to play the first ant. So if Frasco wants to, the next two white ants get played. Again, not a good spot to bring in an ant because it gets a true pin up against that queen. And then black will probably pin that ant as well. And again, very instructional here. Notice how both of the black ant pins are true pins in line with the queen. So it's very, very unlikely that these two ants are going to be freed at any time. The black spider obviously is not coming to here. The black spider is planning on attacking. If the white queen moves out, so it will be interesting. Will the white queen attempt to move out or continue its attack with the beetle? This one is probably not going to last that long. Black has three good defenders. White's two ants are true pinned against the white queen. Bringing a spider in here, threatens to take the setup shot. Okay, brought an ant in instead. It's kind of all over but the shouting here. My phone just rang. I have no idea who that might be. Of course, once the beetle gets to here, then the black ant is threatening to take the kill shot. And there's other ways to get a bug into that kill spot as well. White could pin the beetle, placing a block on that spot. Then a grasshopper here would either open up that spot or allow the grasshopper to jump in. And of course, the defending grasshopper here is in such a way that if the beetle decides to attack rather than cover it, then the grasshopper has an angle of attack to that spot, kill spot. White could place a spider here, although it just immediately gets pinned then. Because if the grasshopper jumps in here, then you've got multiple ants ready to attack there. Yep, and then congratulations, Frasco. That was a good game. Let's see, Tammy361 is writing something. Frasco says, good game, smiley face. Too easy in the end, but I thought I would lose if I go for a race. So let's go back to see who else is playing. In round 6, let's take a look at Happy Kiwi and Kess777. Oh, I didn't notice Happy Kiwi has a new avatar. Oh, this is very interesting. It looks like black opened with an inline queen formation. So this is an F queen formation, which is very rare. The queen formations are basically the English letters with white at the top showing the starting axis here. So this is like an F. If this were white and this were black, it would be like a J. Sorry about that. So Happy Kiwi is going definitely for control. Notice 2 black ants are already pinned. Okay. If okay, black jumped that direction. Interestingly, black is not threatening to win. Because he doesn't have a bug available to take that kill shot. So how do you defend here? Self covers the white queen. I have to go back and look at Frasco's video again. The 4 basic playing styles. I got a text. Let me see what that is. Of course, if the white grasshopper, this white grasshopper moves, then this would be available as a spawn point. If a black ant comes in, it's going to get pinned by one of the free white ants. That does not seem like it's a danger because he's going to pin it anyway. Okay. Of course, if the grasshopper jumps, then the white grasshopper just jumps out and pins it. So I think this is a case of Happy Kiwi is going to be just pulling the noose tighter and tighter here. And this is a situation to show how useful ants can be. If the black ant comes in, this white ant can pin it because this black ant is not free. If a black grasshopper or beetle comes in, threatening to free that ant, then the other ant just pins it from here. Again, the elbow pin here removes this spot as a spawn point and sets up the possibility of a good pin replacement. Oh, Happy Kiwi's at 4 minutes plus. Kess is down to less than 30 seconds. So, yes, even if it goes down to the time limit, Happy Kiwi is going to win. The white grasshopper jumps out, pinning the black queen, and this grasshopper doesn't have any good places to go. So I think the best bet, although I think defense is hopeless here. White needs 3 bugs to win. So black could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. White just moves forward with the beetle. Or that's another option. The black ant comes in, placing a block on this spot. But white has 2 grasshoppers in reserve, so that's not an issue whatsoever. And the beetle can come over, take it with an angle of attack to that spot. Yep, congratulations, Patrick, on this one. The white beetle takes a setup shot, and then you've got any one of 3 ants can take the kill shot. Oh, places a ring. Interesting. Still doesn't affect anything because he goes to there. The only defense would be to, oh, he attacks with the ant first. Congratulations, Patrick, on that one. So Patrick is continuing his climb toward the top of the leaderboard. Okay, round 6 is finished. We're going to round 7. Ratcatcher and Happy Kiwi. Frasco and Max Shark will be fighting it out for second place. We're going to watch my friend Chris. That's Ratcatcher. We're going to play in Happy Kiwi. Oops, what happened here? I like Happy Kiwi's new avatar. It's a little smile piece of kiwi fruit. Okay, Happy Kiwi is playing white. Opens with a grasshopper. Black opens with a grasshopper as well. Now let's see what the queen formation is going to be. White wants to choose the queen formation. Bear with me a second. My iPad is running out of power. Let me get some auxiliary power plugged into it. Be right back. And I just showed you my Mind Sports Olympiad t-shirt from 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, I guess. Okay, I'm back. So we got a C queen formation. Ratcatcher's got 2 defending grasshoppers and is attacked with his first ant. Another Ricola. Joe Schultz calls it a 2-beetle attack. If black elects to place the second beetle, nothing can stop that second beetle from getting up atop the hive. Now will Happy Kiwi. Oh, interesting. He's going to go ahead and play for the attack. Now he brought in a defending beetle. Happy Kiwi is definitely playing control again. It'll be interesting to see, will he take this ant and pin that black beetle? Or he might just go ahead and attack with the spider, because if the black beetle climbs up, the white beetle is there to defend. Well, we're into round 7, one round after this. Now that's interesting because you would think that doing a pin replacement, you would place it here so you could replace it here. But no doubt white is looking to fill that spot, or alternatively, pin any black bug that gets put into that spot. Yep, Happy Kiwi is definitely playing control and is doing a good job of it. What would happen if the black queen advanced? Okay, he plays a grasshopper there, forming the ring. I think that this qualifies as Ratcatcher playing chaos. But he's definitely running out of opportunities, places to play things, and white now has 2 mobile ants. The only black bug mobile is this grasshopper. Which ant do you use to pin it? Probably, and you pin it from here, so this doesn't allow the black placement that's an automatic fill that allows the beetle to climb up. So I think this ant pins it to there. And as I'm regularly, I am wrong. So black only has 1 mobile bug and only has 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. Continuing to play control. And now you're going to see the white beetle begin its attack. Oh. Freeing up, finally doing the pen replacement, freeing up the white ant. So, yep. Let's see, Happy Kiwi's at 5.5, Rat Catcher's at 3, so the time is not an issue. So the white beetle should start its march. No, he brought in another white beetle. Okay, Rat Catcher's just trying to confuse things here, but it's all over but the crying, I think. Because Rat Catcher needs 3. Once the beetle exits, that's 4. There's no way he's going to get that. Pulling the noose tighter and tighter. So Rat Catcher only has the grasshopper, which it goes to there, the beetle covers it. It goes to there, the beetle covers it. Black could play an ant, but it could only play it there. And then the white ant pins it, and now black is shut out. You covered the two good. Oh, okay, not a problem. He's got more grasshoppers than he knows what to do with. Doesn't even want to give him the opportunity of having another turn. Congratulations, Happy Kiwi. So let's go on to see. He climbs up the leaderboard again. So Max Shark and Kess777 and Max Shark and Frasco. If the winner of this one will have an opportunity of catching Happy Kiwi if Happy Kiwi loses in round 8. So I'm going to do a quick calculation here. Hold on one second. Let's take a quick look. Of the top 4, I'm going to make a little matrix here and see who's played whom. So let's see. Frasco drew with Kess. And Frasco is playing Okay, Frasco has not played Happy Kiwi yet, so let's take a look at Happy Kiwi. Happy Kiwi drew with Max. Happy Kiwi beat Frasco. Happy Kiwi beat Kess. Let's take Frasco. We've already done Frasco. He has not played Max Shark yet. Oh, they're in the process of playing right now. Let's take a look at Kess. Kess drew with Frasco. Lost to Max Shark. Max Shark drew with Happy Kiwi. Beat Kess and is playing Frasco as we speak. Oh, Frasco won it. Oh, no, they ended up in a draw. So congratulations, Happy Kiwi. He has won the tournament with one round to go. Steph and Diallo are one last game to play in round 7. Diallo is almost out of time. Steph is at, 2:45. So does Diallo have any chance of winning here? He needs 3 bugs. He has 2. We don't think this grasshopper can get an angle of attack. If the white beetle starts heading back that direction. This black spider can attack. So I was wrong. That grasshopper was attempting to do a hop around. Yep, that's the only choice because if this spider moves, then this spider has an angle of attack. So now if Steph wants to just continue playing control, doing it that way. Now let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nope. The white spider does not have an angle of attack. So black's got 2 direct drop spots. 2 direct drops and the beetle takes the kill shot. Although white can delay it by dropping the beetle into here to free the grasshopper. Congratulations, Steph. Okay, round 7 has ended. So let's take a look. So as we've determined already, congratulations to Happy Kiwi, who is going to be the champion. I'm going into round 8. Happy Kiwi will play Steph. Max Shark plays Mahorath. Fresco plays Mega Mal. So we'll watch Fresco. I don't know how that happened. I hit the wrong button. Let's try it again. Oh, I don't know what I did there, but I hit the wrong button somewhere or the other. In progress. They haven't started yet. So I guess we might watch Max Shark and Mahorath. So Max is playing ants, but they're getting pinned by Mahorath. So let's see what happens here. You could do got to figure out a name for this. This gambit where the grasshopper jumps to here, offering the queen to move away from its defender. If white brings in the third ant, it's going to get pinned. White could bring a spider to here, threatening to either attack and anchor down the black queen or pin the black ant. There, the spider's threatening to do a pin replacement or pin the black ant. Now, of course, if this ant and grasshopper move away, this is what Joe Schultz in his book, Canon of Hive Groundwork. And by the way, I did publish last year a book, The Hive Lexicon, with all these terms in it. This is a beetle factory, which is a pin-proof spawn point that you could put a beetle in. One, two, three. Yep. So if Max wants to get on the offensive, he could attack with the ant, follow with an attack with the grasshopper. Because the spider, if the spider goes 1, 2, 3, nope, he's going to play some control. Now if a white ant comes in, black will still pin it. Oh, that's very interesting. Of course, that spider, it can do a pin replacement here, or it can cap off the white ant here. Either way, this spot when the grasshopper jumps out is a beetle factory. I think Max may need to go ahead and jump out with the grasshopper. Nope, pin replacement. So it's these two good grasshopper defenders are in very good position. Is Max going to? He could play some. He could go for some control by jumping out to here. If he leaves this grasshopper, then when this grasshopper jumps in, this grasshopper can jump out. Is it time? Okay, he's again the spider there guarantees that this is a pin-proof spawn point, but it also sets the block on that spot. Might be time to start. Well, no, because if white brings in a beetle, he's got a black ant to pin it. See, now here's a good example of the difference between a false pin and a true pin. This is a false pin on the black ant. So when this grasshopper attacks, the black ant is free. So now the black grasshopper pins the white grasshopper, although that would leave that as a spawn point. So black's going to have to very soon begin his attack because he needs 5 bugs. He has 3 in reserve and an ant free. Now, an interesting comment here is you don't usually see this with the queen, but if black doesn't want to allow the beetle to come up, but if the black ant pins the beetle, the queen can move to here, and there's no way to stop the beetle from coming up. So let's see. Maharath is at 3 minutes. Max is at 4:45. So we're not. Oh, that's. Spider can pin it. Yep, it's going to be hard for white to get to all those kill spots, but he has to move if he wants to have any chance. He has to move the queen to here, getting the beetle free. So I don't know whether Max is going to be able to easily get the bugs to win, but he'll free something up somehow. So does white have an option to win here? If white moves forward, if white fills this spot, or well, he's just okay. Question will be, what does white have the skill set to be able to force this victory? You see, white can cover one of these two defending bugs. Now this ant is considered a defending bug because it can escape. Can cover either one of these two defending bugs with the beetle, but can't get, well, he's already played the spider, so that's wrecks that. He's valiantly trying, but he can't cover both of these defending bugs. Because if either grasshopper attacks, then the other grasshopper is left pinned. And Mahorep is down to 30 seconds. So Max should win this even if he wins it on time, because I don't think that white is going to have a method to get essentially 3 attacking bugs, because one of these 2 bugs is going to escape. Now the defending grasshopper immediately switches from defense to attack. And then black jumps in. It's a nice game. Okay, let's see how it's turning out. One game left. Congratulations to. We'll go ahead and watch the last of it. It's Ratcatcher and then College. So Ratcatcher's threatening to win. The only way he can stop that is if the grasshopper jumps out, and then if that's the case, the black queen will attack. So congratulations, Chris. That's Ratcatcher. It looks like he's going to win this one. And he has 2 options. He's got 3 options. The beetle can take it, the ant can take it, or he could do a direct drop. Congratulations to Ratcatcher. So guys, that's the tournament. Congratulations to Happy Kiwi, who won it. Won it going into the last round. 7.5 points out of 8. He had a draw against Max Shark. Max Shark ended up in second place with 6 points. Frasco tied at second, but lost on tiebreaker, so Frasco ends up with 6. Kess 777 with 5.5. And then from there on down. So the top 4 players did finish the top 4 positions. We kind of predicted that. Happy Kiwi was the highest rated player in the tournament, and he ended up in first. So congratulations to Patrick. So it's been a long broadcast, 3 hours this morning. My throat has held up fairly well. So next Friday is the Friday, the 17th of February at 1900 GMT. I'm not going to start off at the very beginning of that. I'll join it a little bit later in progress. I'll send out a tweet and make a note over at the Discord server when I will be starting my broadcast next Friday. And there's, like I said, there's a lot going on in the Hive community. The 2023 Hive World Championship, BGA Swiss qualifiers going on right now, followed by the Board Space Open qualifier, King of the Hive tournament, Fair Play Team Championship, the Hive Rapid League, Hive Lady Cup 2023. There is a lot going on. So hopefully I'll be broadcasting more often in the future as I feel better after recovering from COVID. And as always, we'd like to thank the Mind Sports Olympiad for putting on this tournament today. Go to mindsportsolympiad.com. There are quite a few other tournaments going on. Here is the schedule. You can see here's the Hive tournament that we just got through playing. The Hive expansion is next Friday. And lots of other tournaments as part of the MSO Grand Prix. So thanks to the Mind Sports Olympiad, thanks to Board Game Arena for hosting this tournament. And as always, I am here helping you play Hive like a champion. So until next time, this is Randy Ingersoll. I will be signing off. Let's see, let's close that and close that. So I'll be signing off. See you next time.